Emma and I are out on the road thanks to our friends at Jayco, and we're on the Barwon River in Geelong. The sun's out and we're going to do some road trips around the place, and something that I like to make before I hit the road is a good road stew.
Oh, yum.
Lots of flavours, spend some time at home getting it all together, then it lasts days in the fridge, and if anything, the flavour gets better. Everyone knows that. Stews and curries get better.
The day after is so good.
And this is something that's full of vegetables, lean protein with the pork. It's an underutilised meat in stews and braises and casseroles.
Yep.
And I like it because it adds that extra little bit of flavour. So Emma, just cube that up for me.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to get the pot started to start browning it off. It's essential in any casserole, stew, curry to brown the meat.
It's got a nice bit of marbling in this pork.
It does.
It's great.
Murray Valley pork, start with the best quality and then your dish is going to be delicious.
So I reckon that is the perfect stew size.
That is. Because when you braise something as well, muscle or protein is full of water. So when you braise it, that water releases into your dish and this actually shrinks. By about 30% work on.
There you go.
Thank you, there you go, great job. So now all this meat just goes into my pan. Big pinch of salt now and lots of pepper, please, Emma.
It's so enjoyable cooking on the road. It's relaxed, you're having a good time. You know, happy days.
Road cooking's just about a little bit of preparation before you get going.
Get it all happening. Pop it in the fridge.
The fridge is your best friend in a motorhome. You get to keep something like your stew, your fresh dairy products for your cuppa in the morning. Look at that.
Delicious.
So while that browns off in the pan, Emma and I are just going to get these vegetables ready. And I'm doing a bit of an American twist on my pork stew.
I love it.
Rather than adding the classic celery, pumpkin, carrots.
Coffee.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know, right? So in a lot of stews you see vinegar or lemon juice go into it.
Yeah.
Coffee adds a bit of richness, but a bit of bitterness to
Yeah.
cut through that pork fat.
I'm quite excited.
So do you want to chop my fennel? Everyone knows pork and fennel are matches made in heaven, and I'm getting that flavour by sweating down some fennel. It's
Yum.
really simple, using that fresh bulb straight in there. You're getting the antioxidants and the micronutrients you get from a fresh vegetable, but the flavour you'd get from a spice.
2 for 1, really, isn't it?
2 for 1.
Twofer. I love a twofer in a vegetable.
And with stews, I'm really casual about the chopping and the slicing.
I'm glad.
Stews, casseroles, braises, whatever you want to call them, pot roasts are a great way to incorporate lots and lots of veggies in your diet.
Yeah.
Along with my red capsicum, onion, fennel, I've got some lovely green chilies here. They add that chili flavour without a lot of heat. So I have got 4 chilies here. I'm going to use 2 today.
They smell really good. They smell like a capsicum on steroids.
Yeah.
They have a really good, punchy, concentrated smell and taste.
Just browning
Smells
off this
delicious.
meat, and then we're going to slowly start adding our vegetables and brown them off and put the lid on.
That looks so good though. The veggies are all nice and soft.
Now it's time to add the spices. Cook them out for a minute or 2, just develop the flavour in them. So here I have some smoky paprika. About a teaspoon, I reckon. What do you think?
Yeah, teaspoon. It can go, it's not too spicy. It's just good for the smoke flavour.
Yeah.
So depends on how smoky you want it.
That's great.
That's really interesting. I love this coffee idea. I really can't wait to taste this
A
thing.
pinch of coffee that you drink. Now you can either use instant or you can use a shot of espresso straight in. Brown sugar has just gone into the casserole. And finally, a nice kick with some cayenne pepper. I'll give it a good
stir it.
I've got some water over there. Do you want to just pass that? So I'll just sweat this off for about a minute.
Oh, you see those colours are really intensified. They look fantastic.
It's what we're doing is developing the base of a sauce there, and that's going to make a lovely, rich gravy. The weather's just starting to come in, which is perfect timing because the water goes on, lid goes on, and we simmer that gently for about 2 hours or until the meat's nice and tender. And in the meantime, I'm going to catch up with David Mann. You can go relax for a bit, Emma. Emma and I have a pork stew on, so I thought I'd duck over and talk to David Mann about these wonderful day trips around Geelong. Now we're based at the Discovery Park in Geelong itself. We're popping around to different locations at the moment. We're on the banks of lovely Barwon, and you're the expert when it comes to getting on the road.
Well, I love getting out and about, Lynton, with yourself and Emma and My Market Kitchen and Let's Go Motorhomes. Rentals, automatic, you only need a normal licence. So get up the front, start driving it, enjoy your trip around Australia or wherever and say, I like that. Almost like the try and buy, although you don't have to buy, but I like the catchphrase, let's go, because that's it, let's go. You've got it all, you've got your air conditioning, you've got your solar, 2 double beds, TV, sink, cooktop, microwave, and this is really sort of letting the viewers know I do like the comforts of home. So you've got the shower, you've got the sink, you've got the kitchen table, I call it a dining room table. And the other thing, Lynton, we've talked about this before, is having the backup. There's a backup in all the cap cities. So if there's something you're not sure, or you'd like to just check how's the oil going or how's this air conditioning unit, they can help you, which is really important because you don't want to have any worries on your holiday. But the other great thing is the discovery parks. When you're moving around and you just want the backup there of the power, or even the discovery parks have got fantastic places for the kids.
They do. It's so easy, and it's made so easy to cook this beautiful food. Which, speaking of, I have to go back and check on my pork, David.
And do you mind, while you're checking on the pork, that I just have a little nap, because we've been quite busy. So there are 2 double beds, and I'm just going to take one of them now for a little nana nap.
This pork stew has been bubbling away now for nearly 2 hours, and it's meltingly tender. Now all it is at the end of any cooking process, check the seasoning.
Good, I can tell the seasoning is good because all those oils have come up. There's really good colours in there. Yum.
Good amount of salt now, nice kick of chilli. Probably should have only put a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. You know, that's the thing with all cooking, it's about taste. To taste, to your personal taste. We always talk about in our recipes, Emma, you know, chili's a personal thing. Some people love it, some people completely can't eat it. If you don't like the chili in my recipe, you can just leave it out, that's totally fine. There's nothing better than a nice warming stew when you're on the road. It packs up and stores for days in the fridge. And when you reheat it, it's almost better than the first time that you made it.
This pork is so meltingly soft. It's yummy. The chilli provides a nice kick. It warms you up from the inside out. I love it. It's delicious.
When making this recipe, try to use a slow cooking meat from the pork, either the shoulder or what I did, the collar butt, and you get a really good result. Try using pork the next time you make a lovely stew.